Pigland's best farm-fresh eggs come from hens that enjoy a proprietary vegetarian feed.
Now we just need to make sure that there's only one zombie left before we do everything. Alright. Now if you do any damage to a zombie, they will despawn as soon as... Build our lightning staff here. We're going to have to use our 1-inch punch again, and that will require us to thankfully you'll have I iced him. He's actually slow. Good to know. So we'll have to do the next round here. I didn't think this ups 3, the ins, the outs, the zombies, the rounds, the power-ups, all that good stuff. I like to get a little bit technical with for kills. So hopefully they'll follow me a little bit better this time. Alright, so I wouldn't recommend you accidentally without the staff actually placed down, but we are being in fact a max. You all stand around. So now that's all. Enjoyed the video again? Thank you, but please let's go ahead and clear out the rest of the zombies here. And that is everything. Now 8. Freedom. Go ahead. Release. Your Maxis drone into the sky. Maxis! Thank you, but please. Yo, Samantha, I'm gonna save you. First, let me grab this dump. Hey guys, what's going on? I just wanted to give you guys how to get what in its name is going on? I saw a huge steel beast, tall as the spires of Moscow Cathedral. Just what have the Germans been doing in this place? As you look in the lower right corner, it became a golden shovel, and that's pretty much it. You just have to dig up quite a few. I don't know how many, but I'm repel the monsters! You better dig things up. So, but I think you have to be maybe it's only in zombie blood mode that you get better loot. Leave a comment, let me know for sure. And that's pretty much it. Nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy, but that's pretty much how you get the gold shovel. There, guys.
Zombie Slayer Stupid Jim here with a quick guide on how to get the golden shovel in a new Black Ops 2 Zombies, and more importantly, what it does for you. So first up, grab a regular shovel here from the starting area. These are also located in a few other places around the map. What these do is allow you to dig up the small piles of dirt found throughout the map. These piles of dirt will respawn. When you dig them up, they'll give you stuff like free guns, free points, zombie blood, like grenade explosions in your face and stuff like that. But if you go crazy digging these things up, after you've dug out about 40 or 50 of these things, eventually you will get the golden shovel. As you'll see in a moment up here, and you will hear a distinctive noise when you get that golden shovel. The shovel icon right next to the points there, that will turn golden. Watch it here, guys, when I dig up this hole down here around 10. And we have the golden shovel. Now what this does for you is it gives you a better chance, or it gives you a better guns, I should say.
I cannot begin to understand the means behind this
stuff like that. You can also get max ammo, which is pretty awesome in the higher rounds when you run out of ammo. But the best thing about this is in zombie blood mode, once you have the golden shovel, you pick up these little piles of glowing red dirt, and it will give you a free perk slot, which means you can actually purchase from the Wonder Fizz machine an extra perk that slot, and that remains even if you get down. The perk doesn't remain, but the ability to buy the extra perk remains, if you know what I mean. So basically, every time you get a zombie blood, after you get this golden shovel, you want to run
I
the
am
map
Nikolai.
and
Fall before me.
until you find one of these red glowing piles of dirt that will give you that free perk slot. These are basically, they will
It is
spawn in
only
a
because
particular
of our
location.
dire situation
Each time you get
I
zombie
am
blood,
willing
until
to
you
let
find that particular location, it will be in the same spot. You're going to find another one right there. So you can basically search areas of the map until you find it and get your extra
foul
perks
stench
going.
floods my nostrils.
Showing you a lot of these locations here, guys, but there are a few extra ones that we get here. We're getting quite a few though in this game, so check these locations and it should be basically in these areas. Now here's a little trick for getting extra zombie blood. If you shoot these three carts that are on fire, there are three of these located around the excavation site. You have to do it quickly because there's it's like a timer. You have to do it fairly quickly, or the one you hear like here, and you will hear a distinctive dinging noise when you get that golden shovel. The shovel icon, right, sort of digging up better guns, I should say. So they will spawn in the map and look in the locations until you find one of them. Basically, every time you get a zombie blood, after you get this golden shovel, you want to run around the map and look in the locations until you find one of these red glowing piles of dirt that will give you that free perk slot. These are basically they will spawn in a particular location, and each time you get zombie blood, until you find that particular location, it will be in the same spot. So turn around here and find another one right there. So you can basically search areas of the map, or it gives you a chance of digging up better guns, I should say, such as, for instance, the MP40 and Claymore, stuff like that. You can also get ammo, which is pretty awesome in the higher rounds when you run out of ammo. But the best thing about this is, in zombie blood mode, once you have the golden shovel, you can pick up these little piles of glowing red dirt, and it will give you a free perk slot, which means you can actually purchase from the Wonder Fizz machine an extra perk for that slot, and that remains even if you get downed. The perk doesn't remain, but the ability to buy the extra perk remains, if you know what I mean. So basically, every time you get a zombie blood, after you get this golden shovel, you want to run around the map and look in the locations until you find one of these red glowing piles of dirt that will give you that free perk slot. These are basically, they will spawn in a particular location, and
What's good, y'all? It's pro football player Jake Ferguson. I'm out here saying dry, Fergie fresh, it's next level. Under Armour heat gear makes the game easy. It moves with me, and it never holds me back. Every rep is perfect, because it's never constricted. Fresh and locked in.
Para los padres y cuidadores, obtener atención de salud mental para sus hijos no tiene que ser complicado. Puede ser tan fácil como ACC. A para acceso. Los jóvenes y menores de 26 años que atienden una escuela pública pueden recibir atención.
This is the ultimate guide for origins. Let's go. Pack a punch. There are 6 generators around the map that turn on the power and the pack punch. Gen 1 is in the laboratory. Gen 2 is along the right path to No Man's Land. Gen 3 is along the left path to No Man's Land. Gen 4 is on the left side of the excavation
With
site.
more pieces, I may uncover another means to defend
Gen
ourselves.
5 is on the right side of the excavation site.
What you seek
And
remains
Gen
out
6
of
is
reach to
outside
the
the back of the
top.
church. Activating one will start a conversion sequence. Stay on the platform for a few seconds to activate the generator. Once all 6 generators are powered on, head to the top of the excavation site, and you've successfully activated the pack-a-punch machine. Challenges. Each player in the game has 4 challenges they can complete. Getting 115 normal zombie headshots rewards you with an upgraded weapon. In Black Ops 2 it could be the Galil, the Scar H, or the STG-40. In Black Ops 3 it could be the ICR-1, the MP40, or the Weevil. Getting headshots on the Templar zombies that spawn from the generators do not count towards this total. Capturing your first generator rewards you with a double points in solo and a zombie weapon co-op, while capturing all 6 generators rewards you with a max ammo. Spending a total of 30,000 points rewards you with double tap. And filling 4 chests around the map rewards you with an upgraded melee, the One Punch. The chests are in the Giant's right footprint by Gen 4, in the Giant's left footprint below the excavation site, in the Giant's right footprint by Gen 5, and in the giant's left footprint outside the church. Each chest requires 30 kills, but can be reset if stepped on by the giants. Once filled, each chest will close and sink into the ground. You can redeem each reward from the boxes in the laboratory and outside the church. Dig spots. A shovel is required to dig around the map. They can be in the laboratory where the player spawns, in the laboratory before the path to Gen 3, in the wind tunnel, in the lightning tunnel, under the church next to the buildable table, and by one of the flaming footprint by the excavation site, next to the 1-inch punch chest by Gen 5, on the tank path from Gen 4 to the trenches, on the tank path from Gen 5 to the trenches, on the tank path from the church to Gen 4, on the tank path from the church to Gen 5, and under the wall by Gen 6. For each player, only one red dig spot exists on the map at a time, and each player can get up to 4 extra perk slots. After digging a red dig spot, the next one will spawn on the following round. Buildable tables. And after you obtain the golden shovel. The red dig spot is revealed with zombie blood vision, and can only be dug with zombie blood active. They can also be revealed by throwing a Semtex in Black Ops 2 or a trip mine in Black Ops 3, but cannot be dug. Digging them rewards you with a free perk slot, extending the limit. They are just outside the lab on the path to Gen 2, under the wall by on the path to Gen 2, outside the back of the tank station, at the end of the trenches by Gen 2, in the fire tunnel,
Please, you have to help me. I'm
at the wall by on the path
I just want to go home.
next to Gen 3,
I heard her. A girl. She begs for me.
next to the excavation site, next to Gen 4, in the giant's right footprint by the excavation site, next to the 1-inch punch chest by Gen 5, on the tank path from Gen 4 to the trenches, on the tank path from Gen 5 to the trenches, on the tank path from the church to Gen 4, on the tank path from the church to Gen 5, and under the wall by Gen 6. For each player, only one red dig spot exists on the map at a time, and each player can get up to 4 extra perk slots. After digging a red dig spot, the next one will spawn on the following round. Buildable tables. There are 3 different buildable tables around the map. They are in the bottom of the workshop, in the giant's left footprint in the wind tunnel, and below the church. Shield. There are 3 parts needed to build the shield. The stand can be on the path of Gen 2, in the giant's left footprint above the tank station, or at the end of the trenches by Gen 2. The window can be on the path to Gen 3, at the bottom of the fire tunnel, or on the path below Gen 3. And the plate can be in the giant's right footprint between the excavation site and Gen 5, in the giant's right footprint between the excavation site and Gen 4, or in the giant's right footprint past Gen 4 by the wall mine. Take all 3 parts to one of the 3 buildable tables and you have successfully built the shield. Maxistrum. There are 3 parts needed to build the Maxistrum. The brain is always on the table in the lab. The rotors can be on top of the excavation site, on the ground near the gramophone table, or along the scaffolding in the staff chamber. And the frame can be on the tank path from the church to Gen 4, on the tank path from the church to Gen 5, or at the bottom of the ice tunnel outside the church. Take all 3 parts to one of the 3 buildable tables and you have successfully built the Maxistrum. Staffs. There are 2 parts needed to open the staff chamber. The record can be up the ramp to the excavation site, in a wheelbarrow on top of the excavation site, or on the trench wall near the church. And the gramophone can be on either side of the table in the excavation site. Place down both parts onto the table and the stairs will lower down to the staff chamber. Fire staff. The fire record is needed to open the doorway in the tunnel outside the lab. It can be between the tank and the pillars under the church, on the benches inside the church, or on a crate next to Gen 6. There are 4 parts needed to build the fire staff. The first part was rewarded from the church challenge box by activating Gen 6. The second part drops from a glowing plane in the sky. The plane will appear the first round after you open the first door to the church area. Shoot it down and the part will drop on the pathway around the excavation site. The third part drops from the bamboo soldat. The first one will spawn at the start of round 8. And the fourth part rises from the fire staff pedestal in the crazy place after arriving through the fire tunnel. Take all 4 parts to the pedestal in the staff chamber and you've successfully built the fire staff. Fire staff upgrade. After building the fire staff, take it to the crazy place. In the fire chamber, there will be a set of 4 fire pits over a grate. You need to get 30 kills with the fire staff over the grate. On your final kill, all 4 fire pits will be lit. Head to the church and there will now be 4 ternary symbols lit on the wall. You need to shoot the corresponding torches under the church with the fire staff. The blood splatter will always be one of the 4 symbols. All 4 torches will need to be shot in quick succession or they will burn out. After shooting the torches, head back down to the staff chamber and turn all 4 rings to show red. Then shoot the orb inside the bottom ring with the fire staff.
People remain in poverty.
Place the fire staff in its pedestal in the crazy place and get 20 kills near it. After the final kill, you have successfully upgraded the fire staff. Wind staff. The wind record is needed to open the doorway in the tunnel near Gen 4. It can be on a crate near the lightning tunnel entrance, on a broken wall next to stamina, and on a workbench in the lightning tunnel. There are 4 parts needed to build the wind staff. The first part is in the head of the trenches giant. The second part is in the head of the no man's land giant. The third part is in the head of the church giant. And the fourth part rises from the wind staff pedestal in the crazy place after arriving through the wind tunnel. Take all 4 parts to the pedestal in the staff chamber and you have successfully built the wind staff. Wind staff upgrade. After building the wind staff, take it to the crazy place. In the wind chamber, there will be 4 different cuneiform symbols on the walls and 4 rings on the ceiling with symbols going in each direction. Shoot the ring with the wind staff to rotate them until all 4 symbols add up to the symbol on the wall. The graphic on the screen shows the easiest solution. Head back to No Man's Land and there will be 3 smoking vents around the map. You need to shoot them with the wind staff while facing the excavation site. They are at Gen 4, on the tank path from the church to Gen 5, and at Gen 5. After shooting the vents, head back down to the staff chamber and turn all 4 rings to show yellow. Then shoot the orb inside the bottom ring with the wind staff. Place the wind staff in its pedestal in the crazy place and get 20 kills near it. After the final kill, you have successfully upgraded the wind staff. Lightning staff. The lightning record is needed to open the doorway in the tunnel near Gen 5. It can be on a wagon along the tank path, on a workbench next to the Wonder Fizz location, and on a machine at the bottom of the wind tunnel. There are 4 parts needed to build the lightning staff. The first 3 parts are obtained by riding the tank and hopping off at certain areas of the map. The first part, ride the tank from the church and hop off to the right between the excavation site and the trenches. The second part, ride the tank from the tank station and hop off to the left into the excavation site. The third part, ride the tank from the tank station and hop off to the right once you get to the church. The fourth part rises from the lightning staff pedestal in the crazy place after arriving through the lightning tunnel. Take all 4 parts to the pedestal in the staff chamber and you have successfully built the lightning staff. Lightning staff upgrade. After building the lightning staff, take it to the crazy place. In the lightning chamber, there will be a piano octave on the wall. You need to play the 3 chords listed by shooting the bottom row with the lightning staff. For the first chord, shoot the 1st, 3rd, and 6th keys. For the second chord, shoot the 3rd, 5th, need to turn 7 dials around the map. Turn the dial in the laboratory 2 times or point the dial left. Turn the dial in the tank station 3 times or point the dial down. Ignore the dial on the top floor of the workshop. Turn the dial at generator 4 2 times or point the dial up. Turn the dial on the wall of the excavation site 3 times or point the dial up. Turn the dial at generator 5 3 times or point the dial down. Turn the dial under the church 2 times or point the dial right. And turn the dial in the church 1 time or point the dial up. After turning the last dial, head back down to the staff chamber and turn all 4 rings to show purple and shoot the orb inside the bottom ring with the lightning staff. Place the lightning staff in its pedestal in the crazy place and get 20 kills near it. After the final kill, you have successfully upgraded the lightning staff. Ice staff. The Reckoner is needed to open the doorway in the dial down. Ignore the dial on the top floor of the workshop. Turn the dial at generator 4 2 times or point the dial up. Turn the dial on the wall of the excavation site 3 times or point the dial up. Turn the dial at generator 5 3 times or point the dial down. Turn the dial under the church 2 times or point the dial right. And turn the dial in the church 1 time or point the dial up. After turning the last dial, head back down to the staff chamber and turn all 4 rings to show purple and shoot the orb inside the bottom ring with the lightning staff. In the crazy place after arriving through the lightning tunnel. The lightning staff. For the down. Ignore the dial on the top of the laboratory 2 times or point the 3rd, 5th, and 7th keys. And for the 3rd chord, shoot the 2nd, 4th, and 6th keys. Head back to No Man's Land and you now need to turn 7 dials around the map. Turn the dial in the laboratory 2 times or point dial in the tank. Head back to No Man's Land and you now need to turn 7 dials around the map. Turn the dial in the laboratory 2 times or point.
I hope this works.
Turn the dial on the tank station 3 times or point the dial down.
Our actions have consequence.
Ignore the dial on the top floor of the workshop. Turn the dial at generator 4 2 times or point the dial up. Turn the dial on the wall down. Ignore the dial on the top floor of the workshop. Turn the dial at generator 4 2 times or point the dial up. Turn
When we work together,
turn the dial on the wall of the excavation site 3 times or point the dial up.
I fear I will be easy prey in this deep mud.
Turn the dial at generator 5 down. Ignore the dial on the top floor of the workshop. Turn the dial at generator 4 2 times or point the dial up. Turn the dial on the wall of the excavation site 3 times or point the dial up. Turn the dial at generator 5 3 times or point the
should have shared our ammo! I have the strength of man who fights for greater good. Siren signify, German. I am prepared to give my life for the greater good. The means to ensure our victory. Burn in the fires of hell! I assume one of the undead is hiding inside armor? Your numbers do not intimidate me. I fear nothing! Of your own destruction. Find other staff parts.
I'm trying to remember. The staffs of the ancients were lost. The father made copies.
without bullets. Let go, iron monster. I need some now! will be out of bullets.
Damn!
The dial down. Turn the dial under the church 2 times or point the dial right. And turn the dial in the church 1 time or point the dial up. After turning the last dial, head back down. Hide and seek. This Easter egg is exclusive to the Black Ops 3 version. In Zombie Blood Vision, the colored glow appears on each side of the bottom ring in the staff chamber. Shoot all 4 glows with the corresponding staff and you will hear a confirmation noise. Then head to the crazy place and interact with the Samantha doll in the center. Shoot the 6 dolls that appear. Another doll will ascend into Agartha, and after a while, a max ammo will spawn and it will play Remember Forever by Jack Wall and Tori Lenson. Radios. There are 6 radios around the map. They are in the lab by the spawn point, in the lab by Gen 1,